Welcome back to the Breaking Point series here at the Zandvoort circuit for Chapter 9 at the Dutch Grand Prix. We are here for Casper Akkerman's home Grand Prix, and we're looking to get a good result for Casper here in the Netherlands. Last time out in Chapter 8, we had some pit stop drama that affected our result going into that race. So for Chapter 9 at Casper's home Grand Prix, we will be looking to improve our position and try and get a good result in front of his home fans. To start off the chapter, we're going to answer this phone call.
Zoe.
Daddy!
Hey, Lils. What have you been doing today?
I drew a picture.
Yeah? What's it a picture of?
It's a secret.
Okay. Well, maybe you'll show it to me later.
Maybe. Will you win today, Daddy?
I hope so, Lils. Hey, can I ask you a question?
What's the question?
Who's your favorite racing driver?
You are.
Yeah, just checking. Can I speak to Mommy now?
No.
Okay.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Lily.
So coming into Casper's home Grand Prix, he's going to have his family in the stands. So we're going to look to get a good result for his family and for all the fans cheering him on here today. So let's go down to the track and see what we can do in Chapter 9.
It's time to go racing once again here at Zandvoort as we get underway for the Dutch Grand Prix. A lap of this short 2.6 mile Zandvoort circuit features 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left. The main straight is 678 meters long and heads into turn 1, the Tarzan corner. With DRS down the main straight into the braking zone, that could be the best overtaking opportunity on the track. And so here we are, Zandvoort. If there's one thing you can guarantee, it's the incredible atmosphere these Dutch fans provide. The sea of orange shirts is much a part of the Grand Prix as the track itself. Max Verstappen, always a home favourite, but in the midfield, all eyes on Aston Martin's Casper Akkerman. He'll be looking to turn around a poor patch of form, and what better time to do it than here, in front of his home crowd. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Norris, Leclerc, Sergio Perez and Bottas, Sainz, Akkerman, Fernando Alonso and Daniel Ricciardo, Gasly, Jackson, Esteban Ocon and Tsunoda, Butler, Giovinazzi, George Russell and Nikita Mazepin, Mick Schumacher and Nicholas Latifi. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
The crowd's all behind you today, Cass. Let's use that momentum and see what you can do out there.
So we are on the grid in Zandvoort here for Chapter 9 in Breaking Point. Driving is Casper Akkerman here today. Let's see if we can get a good result for Casper. So the 5 red lights are out, and away we go for the Dutch Grand Prix here in Breaking Point, and it looks like a pretty good start so far. We're going to go alongside Sainz, who's sitting P7 at this time. We're going to go down the inside of the Ferrari and get ahead of Sainz. So we're up into 7th, one position already gained. They're fighting up there, so let's see if we can try and get in on the action as well. So let's try and go around the outside of Perez into turn 4. Here we go, side by side with the Red Bull driver, and we just have enough speed out of that corner to get ahead of Sergio Perez. But somehow, Perez has got a lot of speed out of the S's, and he's able to go side by side with me, coming down to turn 9. It's so close to contact between the two of us, but Perez somehow finds the gap to go around the outside and make the move. But as we enter lap 2, I'm going to have the opportunity to re-overtake Perez as we come down into the first turn. So eventually, I do get past Perez, and we're up into P6 once again. Now, we're all over the back of Lando Norris, who is on the hard compound tires, so I expect us to be a lot faster than the McLaren driver. He goes a little bit defensive into the final 2 turns, and so we might have the opportunity to make a move on Lando. Now, no DRS has been enabled quite yet, so we're just going to have to use all the ERS we can to try and get past Norris. He's defending the inside line, so I'm going to try and go around the outside of Lando Norris. I break a little bit early there, but I'm looking to go around the outside in the exit of 1 and eventually get past. So we're up into P5, and that was critical for me to get past because Lando's kind of holding up the rest of the field since he has on the hards, and you can see just a few laps later how I got that gap to Norris, and now I'm starting to gain on Leclerc and Bottas. Now remember, the objective is to finish on the podium in front of the home crowd. So to complete this objective, we have to overtake Leclerc and Bottas and get up into P3 or above. I'm going to have the opportunity into the final turn, so Bottas going a little slow through that section, so I'm going to try and make the move on Bottas. He does get a little bit more speed out of the corner than I would have hoped for as we set the fastest lap, but now I'm going to try and go around the outside of the 4th place driver, and he's going to be down to 5th because now we're up into 4th and we split the 2 drivers. Next up would be Charles Leclerc, so we're going to move on a lap later and try and overtake the Ferrari driver. He goes defensive into turn 1, so I'm going to try and go around the outside, another move around the outside, but Leclerc keeps it going. Surprisingly, he keeps ahead. So I'm going to make the move on Leclerc in a different spot. Into turn 4 we go. I'm just about going to get ahead of the Ferrari driver, but lose the car a little bit. I'm still on track and still ahead, but that was almost a major crash for me. Thankfully, I kept it out of the wall. Just got a little bit too much on the traction there, but all good. Anyway, now it's time for the pit stops. The 2 race leaders are coming into the pit lane as well as me and Leclerc. So I'm going to come into the pit lane and fit a set of soft tires on. Bottas will stay out. Same with Perez. That's because both their teammates pit. So we're going to come out with a 2.9 second stop. That is actually a pretty good stop for the Aston Martin crew. So we're going to exit the pit lane just ahead of our teammate, Aiden Jackson, who is yet to stop in this Grand Prix. So we're going to get ahead of Jackson, who gets actually ahead of Leclerc. So that's going to help us out. That will help out because Leclerc will be stuck behind our teammate, and we will be able to maintain the gap that we had. So anyway, Bottas did pit. He came out around 4 seconds behind me, and that is actually very good as we set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, taking that away from Lewis Hamilton. And we move on to the next lap. I set an even faster lap time, so I'm really flying right now. And the reason why I'm setting fastest laps is because I have a pretty good gap to the car behind, and so I was able to push a lot more. But onto the final lap, I actually don't have too much fuel left, so I couldn't push a lot, and because of that, Bottas was starting to gain on me, so I got a little bit worried, but it's all good. We're going to finish the objective. We're going to complete the race in P3, a podium for Casper Akkerman. He's had a lot of bad luck, but it's starting to get good for him as we get a podium here in the Netherlands.
Yes, 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 we're on the podium. Good job this weekend. Great drive. Thank you.
What a race for Casper Akkerman, proving the naysayers wrong with an emphatic performance. He'll be delighted by that podium finish.
Well, we all know he can do it. It's just been a while since he has. Great race from Ackerman and some much-needed points for Aston Martin.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
A podium finish today, Casper, here in front of your home crowd. How does it feel?
I'm going to go with the left answer, as this seems like a good answer Casper would say. To get third here in front of his home crowd, and especially in front of his family, it's going to mean the world to him.
Well, my family's here today, my wife and my daughter, so I'm delighted I was able to have a good race for them. It means the world to have them here, and I think I would have been miserable tonight if I didn't have a good race, which wouldn't have been fun for anyone. So yeah, I'm really happy.
And the fastest lap too today. Is that something you expected?
The answer to the left fits once again. Every point counts. I had the pace to go for fastest lap, so there we go.
It's realistically not something you think you're going to get too often, so no, I can't say we expected it. But it's certainly a welcome surprise. Every point counts, so come the end of the season, we might be more grateful for it than we realize.
How is everything at Aston Martin? Are spirits high? Is the team happy?
The answer to the left fits once again, so Aston Martin, going great. I think there was some ups and downs, but that's how it goes.
Yes, of course. We've had a bit of a bumpy start, but we're looking to rectify that, and thankfully we got a lot of races left, so we're looking forward to the season ahead. But the only thing you can ever really focus on is the next race, so that's what I'll be looking to do.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Hey man, great race today.
Thanks.
Nice one, Casper. Can't argue with that performance. Shame your teammate couldn't bring himself to congratulate you.
Nah, well, he's just a kid.
The kid who's getting signed by Mercedes.
So they say.
Never gonna happen.
Oh?
You keep a secret?
Yeah, sure.
I've been approached.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Keep it under your hat, but talks are going well. So you're gonna have to get on with Jackson for a little while longer.
Yeah, well, we get on fine.
That's not what I heard.
Yeah?
I was chatting with one of your mechanics. He had some very interesting things to say about Jackson. You know what his problem is, don't you?
Go on.
Thinks you're getting too old. Says you're not fast enough anymore.
Too old.
Hey, mate, his words, not mine. You want my advice? Prove him wrong. See, he should respect you like I do. Great race out there today, buddy. Yeah? Ciao.
Hey,
Hey, Lily's dancing in the garage. It's hilarious. Can you come?
just catching up on a few things.
Sure. Hey, I booked us a restaurant for tonight.
What about Lily?
Your mother's happy to take care of her.
Great, then I can't wait.
Reason to celebrate, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Zoe. See you later.
Bye.
Devin Butler is back. We just had a cutscene between Casper and Devin hinted to Casper that he's moving to a different team next season. He also had some negative comments towards Aiden Jackson, and of course, that's not great. Let's go back to Casper, the star of today. He brought home the podium for Aston Martin and also grabbed a home Grand Prix podium, so he's going to be very happy with the performance here today. So it looks like that's going to be it from here today at Breaking Point. And oh, and it looks like the episode isn't over yet, because for the first time, Aiden Jackson is giving Casper Akkerman a phone call.
Yeah?
Casper, I missed you just now.
What do you want?
I just wanted to say congratulations for today. That was some race.
I'm busy, Aiden.
Oh, sure.
Bye.
Okay, so that didn't end quite well, so the relationship is not 100% good, but hopefully that'll be fixed a little bit later on. But anyway, that's the end of the episode. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe, and please leave a like as well, and I'll see you for Chapter 10. Peace out.